guys, Sovereign Jane Jenkins here, author of the book P Policy, which is about setting boundaries and maintaining self-respect, a self-help book to elevate the consciousness of young women in society. Okay guys, so today I want to talk about the steps that you can take while you're healing, okay? Because it's a complex process. It's not going to be just a one-stop shop destination. It is a daily step-by-step choice of choosing who you want to be. It's not going to be simple and boom, you're healed. No, it's going to be a path of choosing who you want to be day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, and choosing to remain emotionally intelligent no matter who triggers you. Okay, let's get into it. Number one, give yourself grace. It is not your fault what you went through, and it is not your fault the way you responded to what someone else has done to you. So don't beat yourself up continuously by thinking that everything that happened to you is your fault, especially if the things that traumatized you happened when you were a child, because that's your mind trying to reframe the narrative into finding a way to blame yourself when you were not the cause. You were not the result of what happened to you. You are simply having a human experience that no one else is privy to. Only you get it, okay? And that's okay. Step two, practice mindfulness and meditations. And it's not just about being calm and being still. It's also about leaning into those emotions that you're afraid of, thinking about it and able to emotionally granulate yourself. And it's called emotional granularity. That means that your emotions are fluid and you're okay with what direction they go in. They're going to be continuously in a fluid state. If you're elated, that doesn't mean you're just happy because something happened. Maybe you're feeling joy because that's where you want to be in that moment. And you're also recognizing each emotion and giving respect to them and allowing yourself permission to be in those emotional states. And that goes into being mindful. Once you become mindful and you pay attention to where you are mentally and where your energy is and how your spirit is reacting to your environment, that's when you're able to self-regulate the best, and you're able to control how your body is responding, and you're able to better control your anxiety if you suffer from anxiety disorder or panic disorder. So sit back, take a few breaths, and remember to give yourself grace. Step three, journal. Write down your thoughts. Get it out of your head. Release it into the atmosphere. You don't have to send it to anybody. You don't have to have anybody read it. You don't have to put it where somebody can find it. You don't have to send it with the bird anywhere. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is get it out of your head. And if you want, write a book. It is one of those things to where you have to be audaciously daring in order to take on that type of journey, and especially if you don't have anybody censor you. So if your book has no censorship and you wrote it from your heart and your soul, then you're releasing that. You are journaling your pain away, and eventually one day you're going to wake up and realize that everything you went through was for a purpose and it wasn't all in vain. And your job from then on out is to help other people, especially with the wisdom that you have gained through your own personal experience. Step four, use affirmations. Affirm yourself, esteem yourself. Tell yourself you're a good person. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself that you deserve everything good that this world has to offer. And also tell yourself that the things that happen to you are things that happened in the past. They are no longer impacting you today, so you are free to be the best version of yourself today. And you don't have to get permission to do that. You can simply choose. You can wake up day in and day out and choose to be the best version of yourself. So you have to learn to affirm and esteem yourself. It's called self-validation. Validate you. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, because we're living in a very noisy, loud, and distractive world. Focus on yourself, because you are your best asset. And your mind is going to be your best resource. Step five, don't be afraid to name those emotions that you're feeling. Be able to know that you're feeling them and rest in them, and don't feel rushed or feel pressure to put them in specific categories and keep them in those categories, because emotions are going to fluctuate on sometimes a minute basis, hourly basis, and it just depends on how you're feeling. And it can go from one extreme to the next. You can go from loving yourself and feeling elated, or you can go to hating yourself and feeling deep depression, down, sad. You can do all that. But the good thing is that you can direct the orchestra. You can be the maestro. You can control your body. And sometimes it just starts with stopping and taking a breath and appreciating the simple things that you have to be thankful for. You see, when it comes to your emotions, sometimes your emotions are triggered by other people, and sometimes they're self-imposed by your own feelings and your own inadequacies and your own insecurities. And when you can identify when those situations and those things are happening, you can better emotionally regulate and better able to put yourself in environments and around people that make you feel emotionally safe, because you do not want to be in this world and not being able to emotionally regulate yourself. Because once someone gets a hold of your emotions, they get control over you, and they can pull strings, pull certain levers in order to gain power over you. And sometimes for some people, life is nothing but a power game, and you become a part of the system if you don't have a mind of your own. And step one to not becoming a part of the system or somebody else's power dynamic is being able to emotionally regulate. Don't underestimate the importance of that, okay? And I think me writing this book better helped me to identify the emotions I was feeling down to the T in every step of the way of my first relationship. And I stopped feeling bad because I had to realize that my traumas from the past directly influenced how I reacted to the things that happened in that relationship. And it wasn't that this person that I was with was a bad person by any means, because I don't believe that he was. I do believe that that relationship should have never occurred, because I wasn't in a place to where I could accept him for who he was, and he wasn't in the place where he could have let go of his past and focus on the present. And that's why it broke down from the very foundation. And for the longest time, I blamed myself because I felt like a failure in that relationship, not realizing the fact that there are two people. Okay, yeah, there are two people, but sometimes we put more control and power within ourselves and think we have more influence than we actually do. So, because of that aspect, you think you're in control. You think you have your finger on the button, but you really don't. You cannot control somebody else. And because I knew that from the beginning, and I knew some things weren't adding up, I should have walked. I should have walked away early. But I am here to tell you that if you are suffering from the pain and regret and feeling like you did not do the right thing, and you're still trying to find ways to heal through that, I got you. I understand you. And yes, you can heal from the things that happened in the past. They are not going to live in your mind forever. Those experiences, those moments, that pain is not going to be in your soul forever. Yes, some things are going to influence how you react to things and going forward to other people, but it's up to you to slow down and actually think and focus on your own present state of mind. Okay? So, P Policy, it's on Amazon, Kindle, and other online platforms. Check it out. As always, love always. Sovereign Jane Jenkins. Peace.